What's good, everyone? I want to welcome y'all to another episode of Triggered News Topics, and I'm your host, Dialor Amin Ra. And today's commentary is titled Down with Diddy, Why? Let's get into it. Now, we all know money and power has always been motivating factors for people, and we all know people will do anything to achieve it. And what I mean by people, I mean men and women. And we know for years, men have lied, stolen, cheated, and killed just to get to power. But women has also lied, stolen, cheated, killed, and even used their own bodies to get to power. I mean, isn't that why prostitution is the oldest profession since the beginning of civilization? Huh? Now, for generations, we know men have been in the forefront of the money and power game while women had to play the background. Yeah. But until around, I guess, the 60s and 70s, this is when women had decided to come out of the background and claim their even stake in the money and power game so they can be right in the forefront with us men. And that change was formerly known as the feminist movement, where women could be just as good or just as bad as men, where women had took control of not just only their fate, but also their bodies and their sexuality, where women could sleep with whoever they want, when they want, wherever and however they want. You know, the sexual revolution. So, working under that understanding, this concept now of believe all women, and I mean just outright believing them with no evidence of proof, is just blowing my mind. And this is what led me to the Diddy and Cassie situation. Now, I'm just only going to be dealing with Diddy and Cassie, just them two alone, not the other females or other accusations. But we know that Diddy has been a wealthy and powerful man for a long time. And Cassie, like many other people before her, during her, and after her, has had aspirations of being wealthy and powerful. But let's be honest, Cassie was never no outright superstar when it came to talent, and she was never a drop dead gorgeous woman when it came to her looks. Cassie was just average, just being real. But instead of choosing to work hard on her talent so she could become one of the best, Cassie chose the route like many others before her, that is to sleep her way to the top. Come on, let's be real. When Cassie came in the industry, she was the girlfriend of Ryan Leslie, an up and coming music producer that had achieved minor success in the game at that time, who also, might I add, was helping Cassie with her music career. All until when Ryan introduced Cassie to Diddy. And once that happened, all of a sudden, Ryan was out and Diddy was in. What a coincidence, huh? And I don't want to hear all that talk about Diddy stole Cassie from Ryan, because you cannot steal a human being. That would be kidnapping. No, no. See, Cassie chose to drop her boyfriend to get with a bigger and better prospect to further her career. And ever since that move she made, bow, signed record deal, access to the hottest events, major people, Cassie's name and face in the limelight, a star was born. Or so she thought. Because when you play in that game of money and power, a lot of finessing comes with it. Just like what she did to get on. But you see, what happened was Cassie just ended up hooking up with a master at finessing. And she just got out finessed. Plain and simple. See, Cassie chose to use sex to get to the top, and she just got used for sex by the people at the top. Even swap, no swindle, you know? So, what's the problem? It happens to every day. Like I said before, all she did was just get out finesse. Like what happens to millions of men, that get out finessed by women every day. I mean, there's no big uproar about that. Where's the uproar? For the millions of men that have been finessed out of their money, that have been finessed out of their livelihood, have been finessed out of their custody or paternity, and been finessed out of their freedom and or lives. You know, the million of men that are now in prison or in the grave because they chose to believe all women and have went to go defend the honor of all these women. Huh? What about the millions of men that have been left destitute because they believe in the words of these women that might have told them that they loved them so much, all just so they could get these men to spend their last dime on these women? Or even worse, get married just so that these women could one day, out of nowhere, for no reason, up and divorce these men and take everything they worked long and hard for throughout their life. What about the millions of men that have been left betrayed and brokenhearted because they've lost the custody of their children, or even worse, find out that they're not even the father of these children that they love? Huh? What about that? This believe all women, huh? So I ask you, where's the outrage for that? Huh? Because as men, all we get told is just to suck it up and take it like a man. It's crazy, right? Now, when it comes to the point of drugs being involved, I don't really want to hear nothing about it because Cassie was a grown ass woman. Woman. So she could have said no at any time. But we all know that women, especially modern day women, like to get high just as much as men and sometimes even more. And it's just the same when it comes to sex also. Because today's modern day women like to experiment in both categories. Now, statistics have shown that large populations of women are now smoking weed, popping pills, along with other hard drugs, as well as using alcohol in great quantities. And in a lot of cases, we've all been there. Sometimes the party doesn't even get started until the drugs are arrived. Have you been on social media lately? Because that's all you see now is women promoting drug use and or soliciting sex under their own accord, I might add. Just look at some of the top hip hop stars now. Majority of them are women. And majority of them are promoting drug use and soliciting sex. I mean, come on. We got Sexy Red, Pound Town, Suki with the good coochie, Cardi B, and Megan Thee Stallion. And the list can go on. So please dismiss me with all that victimhood stuff. Because Cassie stayed with Diddy for 10 years without a peep, you know? Because if things were that bad, she could have left at any time, like she ended up doing anyway. And if things were so scary and terrifying for her, she could have went to the police at any time. And if the police wasn't efficient enough, she could have went to the feds. That's right. Because we all know women have more sway with the legal system than men anyway, especially black men. Which I might add, she still hasn't gone to the legal police or feds. She still hasn't done it yet. Yeah? But what she did do is go straight for the money. Which leads me to the point of this commentary that this whole believe all women, Me Too thing, now, it just seems to be turning out to just to be another form of modern day lynching or buck breaking of black men. I mean, the list just keeps getting longer and longer. Bill Cosby, framed. That's why he had to be released from prison. R. Kelly, double jeopardy. He didn't already went to trial in the 90s behind this situation and beat it. So now we got Cuba Gooding Jr., Jamie Foxx, Jonathan Majors, and they just keep making attempts at Chris Brown. And shoot, they even got the mayor of New York City caught up. I mean, when will it stop? So that is just leading me to ask this question. Whatever happened to being proven guilty before a person's livelihood, reputation, and possibly freedom is taken away from them? Doesn't the black man or men in general deserve the benefit of the doubt? Or just because we have penises, we're just automatically guilty? Huh? So I guess now that James Brown song is truly outdated now. Because it's no longer a man's world. It's a woman's world now. And I guess men are just the scum that is in it. Hey, if you got any comments about this commentary, good or bad, leave it in the comment section. Hit the like button. And if you're not subscribed, subscribe. I want to say thank y'all for coming and being a part of this. And you have a good day. Peace out.